Hello everyone. Today we're going to see how we can solve a quadratic equation using Python. So to start off, open up your Python IDE and create a new script. In my case, I'm using VS Code and I just named this script pythonmath.py, and the .py just indicates that it's a Python file. Now we'll start by writing the code to solve the quadratic equation 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 equals 0. So let's begin by importing the necessary library. We'll need the math library in Python to perform the square root calculation. So we'll start with import math. Next, we need to define coefficients a, b, and c of our quadratic equation. So I'm going to set a equal to 2, b equal to 3, and c equal to negative 2. Now we need to calculate the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. The discriminant will help us determine the nature of the roots. So I'm going to just set a variable equal to discriminant, and I'm going to set that equal to b squared raised to the second power minus 4 times a times c. Next, we need to add in some logic. So we need to check the value of the discriminant to see if it's positive, 0, or negative to see the nature of the root. This tells us if the equation has 2 real roots, 1 real root, or no real roots. So I'm going to start off by creating an if statement. So if the discriminant is greater than 0, I'm going to print that the equation has 2 real and distinct roots. Now, I'm also going to check using an elif statement, else if the discriminant is equal to 0. In Python, you use equals operator as a comparison. And then if I'm going to check if it equals 0, that means I'm going to have to print that the equation has 1 real root. All right, and then we have our last statement, which is going to be an else. So this is going to be our final thing that we check for. Else, if it doesn't meet these two conditions, it's going to go down here and we are going to print that the equation has no real roots. All right, so if the discriminant is positive, we have 2 distinct roots. If it's 0, there is 1 real root. And if there is neither, if it's negative, there are no real roots. Next, we can calculate the roots using the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I'm going to calculate 2 separate solutions. So my first solution is going to be equal to negative b plus math, and then we're going to use the square root function, dot square root of the discriminant divided by 2a, or 2 times a, all over that. And then I'm just going to copy and paste and make my second case, which is going to be my second solution. But in this case, it's going to be minus, because we have that plus or minus in the quadratic formula. And then finally, now that we have our solutions, we need to print them. So I'm going to create a quick statement that says print the solutions are, and then we're going to put a comma to indicate we're adding this second one, and we're going to put solution 1, and then we're going to put and solution 2. And this should print our expected output. Let's run the code and test it. Let's see if it gives us, yes, so it's going to give us the solutions are 0.5 and negative 2.0 because it is a double or a decimal value. All right,